All the world's a stage is the phrase that begins a monologue from William Shakespeare's As You Like It, spoken by the melancholy Jaques in Act II Scene VII. The speech compares the world to a stage and life to a play, and catalogues the 7 stages of a man's life, sometimes referred to as the 7 ages of man: infant, schoolboy, lover, soldier, justice, pantaloon and old age, facing imminent death. It is one of Shakespeare's most frequently quoted passages. The 7 ages. The man in the poem goes through these stages, all expressed in a sardonic when not bitter tone. Infancy: in this stage he is a helpless baby and knows little. Whining schoolboy: it is in that stage of life that he begins to go to school. He is unwilling to leave the protected environment of his home as he is still not confident enough to exercise his own discretion. The lover: in this stage he is always maudlin, expressing his love in a fatuous manner. He makes himself ridiculous in trying to express his feelings. The soldier: he is very easily aroused and is hot-headed. He is always working towards making a reputation for himself, however short-lived it may be, even at the cost of foolish risks. The justice: in this stage he thinks he has acquired wisdom through the many experiences he has had in life, and is likely to impart it. He has reached a stage where he has gained prosperity and social status. He becomes vain and begins to enjoy the finer things of life. Old age: he is a shell of his former self, both physically and mentally. He begins to become the butt of others' jokes. He loses his firmness and assertiveness, and shrinks in stature and personality. Incapacity: dependent on others for care and unable to interact with the world, he experiences second innocence, and mere oblivion. Origins: world as a stage. The comparison of the world to a stage and people to actors long predated Shakespeare. Richard Edwards's play Damon and Pythias, written in the year Shakespeare was born, contains the lines, "Pythagoras said that this world was like a stage whereon many play their parts. The lookers-on, the sage." When it was founded in 1599, Shakespeare's own theatre, the Globe, may have used the motto Totus Mundus agit histrinum, the Latin text of which is derived from a 12th-century treatise. Ultimately the words derive from quod for totus mundus exercit histrinum, attributed to Petronius, a phrase which had wide circulation in England at the time. In his own earlier work, The Merchant of Venice, Shakespeare also had one of his main characters, Antonio, comparing the world to a stage: "I hold the world but as the world, gratiano." A stage where every man must play a part, and mine a sad one. The Merchant of Venice, Act I, Scene I. In his work The Praise of Folly, first printed in 1511, Renaissance humanist Erasmus asks, "For what else is the life of man but a kind of play in which men in various costumes perform until the director motions them off stage?" Ages of man, likewise the division of human life into a series of ages, was a commonplace of art and literature, which Shakespeare would have expected his audiences to recognize. The number of ages varied, 3 and 4 being the most common among ancient writers such as Aristotle. The concept of 7 ages derives from medieval philosophy, which constructed groups of 7, as in the 7 deadly sins, for theological reasons. The 7 ages model dates from the 12th century. King Henry V had a tapestry illustrating the 7 ages of man. According to T.W. Baldwin, Shakespeare's version of the concept of the ages man is based primarily upon Palingenius' book Zodiacus Vitae, a school text he would have studied at the Stratford Grammar School, which also enumerates stages of human life. He also takes elements from Ovid and other sources known to him. All the world's a stage monologue. The first role age is that of an infant. He cries and whines and vomits in the hands of his nurse. In the second stage of life, man plays the role of a little child. He carries a small school bag with him and has a shiny face, walking as slowly as possible because of his dislike of school. In the third stage of life, man plays the role of a lover. He falls in love passionately and sings a sad ballad about love, praising the beauty of his lover unregistered trademark eyebrows. In the fourth stage of life, man plays the role of a soldier. He is full of strange oaths, bearded, and strives for honor, recognition and reputation, even faced with a cannon. In the fifth stage of life, man plays the role of a justice, He is well fed and has a fat belly. He is full of wise sayings. He uses his experience, wisdom and knowledge in the dispensation of justice. In the sixth stage of life, man becomes weak and fragile. Mani Euro unregistered trademark S last stage is that of extreme old age. This stage is compared to second childhood. He loses control over his senses and becomes dependent on others just like a child. He is enveloped by forgetfulness and loses his teeth, eyesight, hearing, etc. and then, he passes away. See also, Ages of Man, Riddle of the Sphinx, Six Ages of the World, Solomon Grundy, References.